on, shut it.
Remain
Let's go.
paused.
Hate to burst a
Remain
bubble.
paused.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm on my third crit. Hate to burst the bubble.
Somehow, some way, Araleth, you have found yourself in the dark corners of the world. Not so much dark corners of the world like Naudis or the underbelly of its capital, no. True darkness in the world. Places where no living feet have treaded for quite some time, and even worse, terrible secrets lay in wait. You've had your own set of problems and issues that you have had to survive in order to make ends meet. Eventually finding yourself working as a liaison for the Mercenaries Guild.
Mm-hmm.
For most of your life, you've kept to yourself. You've never created any trouble. You've never stuck your nose where it didn't belong, except maybe once or twice when you needed to get a little extra coin to survive. But that was it. You never wanted to seek out or create trouble, but somehow trouble sometimes found you, and you learned how to deal with it accordingly. At some point in your life, you tired of not being able to control or define your own destiny, and a world that you found was so dominated by people with evil hearts and sharp weapons. It became a struggle. A struggle that you again witnessed in Naudis again and again and again. Seeing the townsfolk cut down by corruption, bandits do as they pleased and slit throats and empty purses. You never wanted to be someone on the receiving end of that. It was time to learn to fight, time to learn to defend yourself. And that's exactly what you did. You realized you were good at it. And there was no harm in taking bounties, no harm in doing some merc work, guarding someone who'd pay for it. It's something you understood, and if you could do it well, why do it for free? You need to provide for yourself, after all. You weren't greedy, but you wanted to have something on the table. And even through all its ups and downs, Naudis very quickly became your home. But eventually you met Sardo. He rose in the ranks pretty quickly as he favored hard work and initiative, and you showed both. So of course, when you heard about this heavy contract coming through and the amount of silver that could be made, you knew you had the skill set for it. Why not? You signed on with the other faces and names you know so well. Intention to keep them all alive and do what you need to do and come back. It has been an incredibly difficult pace. A very difficult thing to try and accomplish with so much dark and blood. Think of blood. You look down at your leather cuirass and see that most of the dark brown is now a dark hue of red. And your pale skin dripping with drying arterial bleeding. Not a single ray of light to be found, no greenery, just dull ceramic browns and grays. A shame for someone like you. Think. You slowly roll a bit to your side, putting pressure on your wound, knowing that it's very likely entirely too late. You often wondered what this moment would feel like. The life of a mercenary, it comes and goes. Eventually your time comes. You're not sure if this is your time, Araleth. But the wounds have gathered and accrued, and now the dice must decide your fate. It was never easy, struggling for the things that you did. You often found yourself having to drag yourself up when others seemed to so easily manage to survive or be promoted or find themselves paid more. You're not sure if it was because of your heritage or the people you worked for or just the town itself, but God damn it, it always felt like a struggle.
I can hear it in his voice. It's either
when you
very
made that
close.
change, start fighting for yourself, no one could deny how effective you were and how good you were at what you did. It wasn't to brag, it was just a statement that you deserved more, that you were willing to fight for more. What a life. To claw and struggle for what? That one sliver, that one feeling of momentary happiness, knowing that your basic necessities will be met. Sometimes the larger contracts came, much like this one, and you were able to put some silver away. You have been. You don't tell anyone where it is, you guard it close to your heart. You tell yourself one day you'll leave and go somewhere and choose what to do with the rest of the thousands of years you have left. But now you lie on your side on cold marble coated in dust, blood pouring from your wounds, Araleth. Your crystal blue eyes blink several times. You realize there are tears in them. It is not from the pain. No. There's an ache in your chest. An ache that tugs at your very being. You're not afraid to die, Araleth. You're just afraid to die for nothing. You never decided what your purpose was. You never found something worth living for. And it made you question what you would call worth dying for. To sink away into shadow, or to the embrace of the goddess. Now is too soon. It feels too soon. The pain racks through your body, and you cough several times, slowly trying to lift your head, but everything is so blurry. A heaviness to your body as you see the scholar move in, hoping to help you, but seeing no way he can. Purposeless. No, you cannot die purposeless. You do not wish to be lost. You're lost in life. You do not wish to be lost in death. The thought makes your heart pump in your chest with fear. You do not know if that is the jolt that your body needed. You do not know if, for whatever reason, the wounds have run out of blood to seep. But Araleth, against all odds, with a natural 20, you will be able to rise up from the marble, your clothing soaked with your own blood, able to stand and find your purpose. Unpause!
I need to get going. Now. You're right, I march forward.
We still have a few more injuries. We take care of them real quick, then we'll move on. We're gonna
Running low on supplies, Come on. Who else is injured? I'm good. Come on.
I'm okay.
You?
I'm okay.
What are the injuries? Quickly.
I'm okay.
scratch across the chest.
I mean, no, critical, a major